that sounds adequately cave-like, like just
Sure, right.
like you are playing a game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cave banjo.
Cave banjo.
Classic.
I like that.
Yeah, for me, the getting away from what things might sound like or whatever, it's just Red Right Hand. It's just me trying to make every song not sound just like Red Right Hand.
Does this sound enough like Red Right Hand
to be good?
Okay, now can I make it sound a little less like
Red Right Hand? So it's not so obvious. Yeah, that's
sure thing. Hey, Eric.
Yes.
So I know that this is Brooks's interview, but I'm also going to include Brooks in this.
Can we interview Erik now?
No.
Yes, let's interview Erik. Yeah. Eric,
this is all getting cut. Yeah.
Do you still write songs like you did in Gimpy anyway? No, just kidding.
Yeah, actually, yes. Yeah, I do.
That's still the same way.
Some of my new songs are actually much closer to Gimpy than anything I've done in years. That's true.
Oh, really? The newer stuff, huh?
Yep.
I'll be excited to hear that. Are you coming out with a second album?
I think I'm just going to keep it to myself. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm going to do something. Yeah.
It's all singles.
It's all singles, man. That's the way of the world.
The album is dead.
We covered this 4 or 5 hours ago.
So I want to go back to a statement that you made earlier about how it's essential to write bullshit, but then if you have like a really good chorus,
clever chorus,
yeah. That's it. Yes. So for some reason, the band and the reason how I'm going to include Brooks in this is because I know that this is a group that we're all influenced by. And I'm just going to make a statement. The band that came to mind was They Might Be Giants.
Yeah. They're a weird band. I think you could look at it from one direction and say every single song is absolute bullshit. And they just like trying to be clever, which I know we were using as opposing things earlier, but right. I think they encompass both. But I think you also could look at it and be like, they're really trying to say something, or they really are saying something.
Yes.
But they're going to obfuscate it with bullshit. You know what I mean? And I don't think either view is wrong. Either it's bullshit hidden by cleverness or cleverness hidden by bullshit. I don't know.
I think there's a lot more of that present on their early music too.
Yes.
And I think a lot of that comes from being young. I recently started listening to some of the more recent They Might Be Giants albums. And I think they've gotten way better as songwriters. And there's so much more depth and reality and nonstop cleverness in their stuff than they've ever had before. And that is an interesting thing about that band, how you listen to those early albums and it's there's brilliant stuff and then some cringy stuff or just what is this? What is this what is this even supposed to mean?
Like Rabid Child. Is that a good example?
Oh yeah.
Rabid Child is a perfect example of that because I know, when I first
I don't know about that one.
When I first listened to They Might Be Giants, I remember I used to, because I didn't really pay attention to lyrics as much as I do now, and so I remember thinking that They Might Be Giants were just kind of this happy band because they were always masters at sounding every time Linnell would sing, it sounded like he was smiling.
You think that until you hear They'll Need a Crane. And then
They'll Need a Crane is
pretty much where it shuts it down. Yeah.
That's actually the one. And for some reason, when I was a teenager and I was listening to Lincoln, that was for the longest time, that was a song I skipped over.
I skipped it.
For whatever reason, I just didn't connect with me until I was probably in my mid-20s. And I'm like, holy shit, this song is about divorce.
Yeah, the break was just too sad. I was like, this isn't what I want to be. Yeah. I'm just a young guy. I don't want to feel these feelings. I want to be happy.
A friend of mine, I was like, yeah, I love They Might. And I don't even remember who it was that told me this. Might have been you, Brooks. Back a long time ago, I was like, yeah, I love They Might Be Giants. They're so fun and funny. They're, they just make me feel. And they're whoever it was said their songs are like incredibly dark if you actually listen to them, you know?
Some of them are.
And some of them are really dark.
Like Hideaway Folk Family.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Something bad is going on now.
Right.
You know, I think that was my first song where I was really like, I don't know if I
Then you
trust
got
them
something like
completely.
Spiraling Shape, where
Yeah.
it sounds like it's really fun, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is so much fun. And then you start listening a little more closely to what they're saying. It's like, oh, this is really, really, really messed up.
Yeah.
That might be in contention as my favorite They Might Be Giant song.
That
It's
is a great song.
Pretty unstoppable.
Factory
And when they bring in
Showroom.
the double time snare at the end, jeez,
Yeah.
guys, nice job.
Factory Showroom, man, that is an underrated They Might Be Giants record, I think.
It might be. I mean, it's up there for me for sure, big time.
Definitely.
Wow,
All right.
this has been our interview with John and John from They Might Be Giant.
Two Johns.
Yeah, yeah, and Flansburgh. I just want to say, give it a rest, bro. Just a little. Just give it a rest. Every song doesn't need a screaming ass guitar solo for the last 30 seconds. I don't know what that's about.
No, he's right to do that.
Wait. Yeah.
Oh, is this the end of the song? I don't know.
You know, the one that always got me was that Boat of Car.
Great song.
Yeah. That is sing bass. I love that sample.
Yeah. I think I just love the deep bass synth that just goes for way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. I think I derived a lot of inspiration from that, probably. Just like, how long should this verse be? 6 or 7 minutes, probably.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why it would be less.
Yeah. Ah, what a
Anyway.
band.
Yeah, wow.
Mhm. We did 2 whole episodes on They Might Be Giants. Did you know that, Brooks?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
There's a
took
part
2
one and a part 2.
episodes.
Wow.
And
we only went through Factory Showroom.
yeah,
Right.
because both, and so you've inspired me, Brooks,
Mhm.
because now I am going to check out later They Might Be Giants.
So I stopped at Mink Car, and it's because Mink Car is kind of bad, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it's got some good stuff.
It's got
but
too many bad songs.
It does.
Kind of
It really does.
Classic reason for an album being bad.
I was kind of trying to take it back a little bit. Like, maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's just got
Mhm.
a few too many bad songs
Right.
to want to keep listening to it.
Yeah.
But that song I like, or that album I like, Fun.
Mhm.
Highly recommend it.
I've heard really good things about that one. I've also heard
every song is great.
pretty good things about Join Us.
Yeah, Join
And
Us is great.
What's another one? I think somebody, I think our enemy Chuck, enemy of the show, recommended Glean or
I don't know.
Nanobots. One of the
Now I know the 2 I'm not going to
Nanobots
listen
was
to.
cool.
two.
Okay, I'll just not listen to the first one then. Brooks offset Chuck's
Wait,
recommendation.
Which one? Which one was it, Brooks?
Nanobots?
Nanobots was cool.
Nanobots.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
listened
that
to
one's
it. It was
cool. So even if enemy of the show Chuck recommended it too, you're still going to listen to it?
Well, yeah, Brooks's recommendation.
Oh, Brooke,
offset it.
okay,
What was
yeah.
the other one? Glean?
Glean, yeah.
I'm not listening to that. No.
But I don't know. If
I'll
was
check it out
that
though.
one.
And if it's good,
Yeah.
you can listen
Yeah,
to
if
it.
Brooks
Yeah,
says
there
it's
you
good,
go.
I'll listen.
All right, yeah. So Brooks, please recommend both of them so that Eric listens to them both.
Why do you have an enemy of the show?
Have you
Oh.
met Chuck?
Yeah, he knows Chuck.
Yeah, I know Chuck.
I don't know. He's worthless.
Yeah, see, Eric
He's a
has
scumbag. I
Eric
hate him
has
so
made
much.
him the enemy of our show, and so now I have to call him the enemy of the show also.
He is
And I do talk to him on almost a weekly basis, so he's my
don't
enemy and my
encourage him,
friend.
Dan.
Well, no, but
If
he's
he
also
knows
my
people are
enemy.
going to keep talking to him, he's just going to keep talking to people. I mean, it's like a snake eating its own tail, man.